I'm on a journey to get better, and I want to do it with you. And I'm not just focusing on physical health. I'm focusing on everything: emotional wellness, spirituality, finances, relationships, and so much more. Every week, it will be my personal goal to bring us, the world's leading healers, experts, and game changers, to share groundbreaking secrets and tips to getting better in all areas of life. Getting better isn't easy, but it's a whole lot easier when we can do it together. Welcome to Better Together with me, Maria Menounos.
Hello, everybody. It is no longer April Fool's Day. It is Thursday, April 2nd. I hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in this beautiful US of A. It is a scary time, as we all know, but we are trying to go through it with grace and some sanity. Our quote of the day: we must improvise and we must experiment and we must do things that might go wrong. And everything we bring, the people and the equipment, must serve us in that goal. That is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Jeff pulls really funny quotes that I'm like,
You would not expect.
That you're like, almost there. Almost.
I just really want like the Confucian moment of being like, now let us quote Flea.
Let us quote Flea. I think this was in reference to our guests that we have on the show today, which I'm really excited about: Iliza Shlesinger and Noah Galuten. We've got Noah, who's a chef and a writer, and of course, Iliza is a hilarious comic who I spent my evening with last night watching her Netflix sketch comedy show, which was hilarious.
I gotta watch it.
Oh no, it's so friggin' good. And the best is, like, Kevin for some reason doesn't like love watching stand up or anything like that. And this wasn't stand up, this was a sketch comedy series. I didn't know what I was officially getting into. And he's on his laptop working and editing stuff for AfterBuzz and articles and such. And we're both in bed and I'm crying laughing. And I just see him through his glasses. You know, when the glasses go on the tip of the nose and then you're looking up and he's looking up and then he's laughing hysterically through the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is good. When you get Kevin laughing, I mean, then you know you've nailed it. She's so friggin' talented. It's like ridiculous. And it's a humor we've been missing, I feel like. So anyhow, those are, I guess, and what's really cool about this is we're, obviously going to talk about the sketch comedy series, and we all need a good laugh nowadays. But the two of them, as this amazing couple, had the Don't Panic Pantry. And we thought it would be really, really cool to go into my pantry and figure out what to make based on what's there ingredient-wise. And I really feel like, listen, we don't know where we're going, but right now it isn't that great. And the current state of affairs, I mean, 10 million people have signed up for unemployment now. It's getting really, really not good. And also with the potential food supply issues that we're going to be running into, canned goods and things in your cupboard are going to be more important than ever. And we all have an abundance of just shit that's in these cupboards that we don't use.
Yeah.
And so I think getting in the kitchen and making something from there. And I've been utilizing it more and I've been cooking more, which has been so much fun for me. I made this amazing yellowfin tuna.
Oh, I saw your Instagram stories last night.
Steven, I am like so proud of it. Although I was terrified for 24 hours I was going to get food poisoning because I got a recipe from the Food Network that was to sear it. And then I read it was because I took a bite out of it. And I'm like, this doesn't taste good. And then I looked, it was supposed to be sushi grade
Yeah, you
tuna
have to use sushi grade tuna
to do that. So then I was like, oh shit. So I'm really grilling it. I've like spiced it to, craziness. And then I had to broil it to get it really cooked all the way through. It was so friggin' yummy. And I was missing ingredients and I was like, whatever, it's still going to taste good. And it was just to die for.
What did people who are not you think?
Everybody loved it.
Okay.
Duh. Steven, I don't know if you know this, but The Every Girl's Guide to Cooking missed the New York Times bestseller list by like just a few books. And so, even though those recipes aren't mine, so I am an expert in this field, kind of, although they're my mom's recipes, except for a few. So anyhow, I think we're going to have a really fun show today. And I think, I'm just going to kind of get to it because I'd rather have a lot of fun today than talk about some of the sad stuff that's going on, because we've done that already. So, she's a hilarious comic. He's a world-renowned chef and writer, and as a couple, they're going to save our kitchens, people, and our money by helping us use what we actually have in our pantry. Ladies and gentlemen, Noah Galuten and Iliza Shlesinger. How are you guys?
Hi.
Good. How are you doing?
We're great.
Thanks for having us on.
Never been better.
You guys are here in LA, right?
We are.
And you're social distancing and staying inside?
We've been doing it since before it was
Before it was
mandatory.
cool.
Since before it was mandatory.
Yeah.
I love it. And who is the one that goes out and forages, or do both of you shop?
Mostly, to be honest, we haven't gone shopping in over 2 weeks, and so this Don't Panic Pantry thing has really been. It started with just we were going to be cooking anyway, and Iliza had the idea to.
We is putting it strongly.
Yeah.
He was going to be cooking. I was going to be there eating.
And so we've been, all the recipes have been just kind of loose recipes that I write up in the morning. And they're all with stuff that we haven't had to go shopping for. So we've been just kind of, planning ahead and we had fresh vegetables at the beginning of the stuff. So we made like a vegetable pesto and froze some for later and just kind of trying to think through.
I mean, also the big thing when this whole thing started, so today is episode 19, everybody in all of our local governments were saying, stay home, self-isolate, whatever. And so we wanted to encourage people, cook with what you have. Don't go out to the market every single day. So we would ingredient list that you could do one big shop and have everything. And we keep it basic. It's not like lobster tails and gold foil. It's like beans and sauerkraut and tortillas, things like that. So it's about encouraging people to use what they have and really giving people the structure of knowing like every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're here. You can see 2 people in their kitchen every day and offering a little bit of mental calmness, and people make food along with us, but sometimes they just eat cereal and join us for that hour of cooking. And we're just trying to offer people a little bit of solace in some uncertainty.
I love that. So every day at 5 o'clock?
We've committed to every day. One day we did a high tea, but every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or PDT, whatever that stands for, Pacific Daylight Time. People get very picky about that.
I don't know what PDT is either. And so every time someone writes it, I have to say Pacific, right?
But also, if I write PST, is your head going to explode? Like, is that time on Mars? Like, that's California time. The world runs on California time.
Duh.
Yeah. So we do every day at 5, and I think consistency is key in this time, and I think a little bit of structure and people being able to rely on getting to see your favorite comedian or a chef that you enjoy, just being there every day. You can count on us.
Yeah.
As much for us as it is for them.
We really need it because
guys, I'm telling you, I'm doing the same thing. I'm here every day at 11 a.m. It's a sane place where we can like vent our fears and frustrations and then find amazing experts to bring in some positivity and help us through these times in practical ways. And so I get it. And I think it really is important that you guys are doing it. So where do we watch this?
You can watch this on my Instagram Live. It's high technology. So it's Iliza, I-L-I-Z-A-S, Iliza S. So it's my Instagram Live, and that lives live on the feed. We also do my Facebook. So we simulcast with this really advanced setup where the computer sits on top of a crock pot and the phone is in my hand.
It's a fermenting crock.
It's a fermenting crock.
Listen, if Ryan Seacrest is broadcasting live with Kelly and Ryan off of a stack of books with his laptop,
as are we.
You're in good shape.
And
then all the recipes you can find on my Instagram feed, which is my last name, Galuten. So Galuten. Mine is pretty much just about food, and hers is about actually.
My Instagram's about me. But he posts the ingredients so people can cook along. They can buy ingredients, and they can also make the dishes after. And we really enjoy, after we're done, seeing all the things that people post, people that don't cook. I feel like our president. People are cooking who have never cooked before.
Oh my God, stop. You guys have such easy names too, that this is like so simple. So I'm going to put them in the summary. I'm going to link to it. So, people need it even easier.
There's a reason I didn't take his last name and he didn't take mine.
I had to take lessons this morning to make sure I didn't screw it up.
Yeah, better the devil you know.
I grew up with everyone screwing up my last name, so I'm very sensitive to it. I always try to make sure.
I'm very sensitive to it.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
And I never make fun of anyone's last name because I get it.
Oh, yeah.
One of mine all the time.
But your last name is different. Mine.
I love it. And I think actually it's such a great tip to talk about making sure you're not going to the grocery store, even though we can, right?
Yeah.
It's only for survival. Everyone is getting infected there because it's a communal space. So you have to just go for necessities. And so Kevin only goes to the supermarket. I think it's like every 2 weeks he goes out and forages.
That's the idea.
And so I think, it's a really good message to put out there. I don't think a lot of people are thinking about it like that.
Find kind of little avenues to support local businesses. I've been using, because farmers markets in LA County are now closed. So I found County Line Harvest, and they have like pickup stations around LA, and it's a local farm. You pay in advance online, you pull up in your car, and they just put it in your trunk, and you keep moving.
It's like a drug deal.
Shut up! County Line Harvest?
Yeah, so I've been doing, that's a little surprise box of produce that I've been picking up for the first time on Tuesday. That's great.
Okay, so Noah, do you have a process? Like, we soak any fresh produce in vinegar and like to wash it like that.
So it depends on whether you're going to be eating it raw or not. So it also depends on how long it's going to be. So I think I've had to read up on like how long the virus can live on certain surfaces and things like that.
Oh, pretend nobody knows shit, because nobody does.
Yeah.
So
I don't care about washing it because it's going to be killed by heat, just like anything else.
Right.
If you're eating like a raw salad, then yeah, my mom is a big believer in the vinegar solution thing.
Can I just say, as a doctor, because I'm listening about like how long the virus lives in cardboard or plastic, and people are like, oh, should I get food delivered or take out? Your delivery person would have to like cough into it, seal it, hand it to you for you to really contract that. It can live on cardboard, I think, for up to like 24 hours in plastic, but people are not really, and I listened to a report recently, and a doctor was like, we haven't seen any reports of people getting sick from cardboard. So,
but how do you really know? How do you know where you got infected from? That's why I am not doing it either. I'm telling everyone, I'm like, my friends, I'm like, why are you still going into Starbucks? They cough, they give you your coffee, you grab it, then you touch your face, and then you're dying. It's serious.
I almost had an aneurysm a couple weeks ago when this was getting going. I stopped at Bristol Farms, and I just jumped in line to get something. And I watched the woman I ordered something to go, and I always have my own mug, and I didn't have it that day. And she grabbed a lid with her hand and put it on the thing. And I know it's Bristol Farm, so it's already so uppity. I go, what are you doing? We're in a pandemic. And so she throws away the entire thing, laughs at me, takes out gloves. I'm like, you keep laughing, but you're not gonna be laughing when you're coughing. And I left the coffee there. I was like, keep the money, goodbye.
This is going to change everything. Like, we were so dirty and we didn't even realize. And I think now it's going to be a whole other thing. I really hope.
Revolution France, just filthy in the streets, coughing on each other. And now none of us have anything.
Yeah, good rule of thumb. And actually there's Serious Eats, Kenji Lopez wrote a really nice
like back
piece.
To the actual things that matter.
Wrote a really nice piece kind of breaking down like from a food safety research standpoint. And that's a good one to look up. But a good rule of thumb is when you're cooking at home, just treat everything like you're handling raw. So think of it that way, and every surface, everything that's from the outside world. So you wash your hands when you do something, clean the cutting board. And if you're really worried about it, then just cook all your food and don't eat raw vegetables.
Yeah.
A lot of like healthy like hearty greens and lentils and beans. I luckily made a gigantic crock full of sauerkraut before this all hit. So
thank God.
We've got lacto-fermented cabbage ready to go.
Probiotics for life.
For life.
Yeah, I had a fresh salad like 2 weeks ago. I mean, I eat fresh salad pretty often, but that one messed me up. And I was the only one. I ate the whole head of salad, the whole thing of romaine over a 2-day period, and I was hurting.
Really?
Hurting. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
put a pound of fried beans on it, but I don't think that's what it was.
I'm trying to cook now as much as possible. I'm like, oh God, I'll get my greens some other way, I guess. But, I had a guest on the show last week that was telling me how frozen vegetables are actually fresher because when they pick them, they put them right in the bag and they freeze them. And I never thought about it like that. I actually looked down on frozen vegetables, and was worried in this period because it's not that I never had them, but I always thought fresh is better. And so now I'm like taking down that frozen broccoli and throwing some lemon on it and then just enjoying it and feeling good about it.
Frozen at peak freshness.
With out of season canned whole peeled tomatoes are much better for making tomato sauce than fresh tomatoes in February. So, it's always best to think about things in those terms. You'd rather have it frozen or, distilled in its moment of peak, right, versus, anything else. Like I find a lot of people, they'll make something and then they wait to freeze it until it's about to go bad. Like freeze it when it was at its best. Don't freeze it when it was about to die.
Can I just say that if someone had told me when I graduated Emerson, one day you're going to get interviewed by Maria Menounos, it's going to be about frozen vegetables, and your husband's going to be the focus of the interview, I'd be like, switch careers now.
Dead. I love that we both went to Emerson, and I love seeing another female like crush it out there. It's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, they're it's one of those schools I was saying this to you off camera, they always hold you up as the and Maria Menounos, and she's an Emerson grad, but our school is horrific at doing any alumni outreach. I only recently was added to their distinguished alumni page.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's just like a bunch of birds that work in the office and their wings hit the keys and they just like update that. So for better or for worse, we're all out there, Emerson grads, making our mark on the world with or without the help of the Alumni Association.
I love it. Before we get into the kitchen, I have to say, Iliza, I watched your show last night and I was friggin' dying. And I started taking notes because I'm like, I might not remember everything tomorrow because it was so good and I was so tired. And I am embarrassed to say that I was the husband wife.
Don't be embarrassed. I wrote the sketch to have women feel seen.
I was so seen in that moment. It was so funny because right when you said it, Kevin goes, "That's you." And before you had broken it down, I go, "That is not true. Shut up." And then all of a sudden, everything you said, every bit of that sketch, I'm like, "Oh shit, that's me. Oh shit, that's me. Oh shit. Oh yeah, shit." I am very proud of that too. Just kept going.
Marriage is comfort.
That's my least favorite sketch.
He doesn't
but
like
not
the
for
sketch.
the reasons anyone would think. The reason is because they took photos from our life and photoshopped the actor's head on mine, and like that one kind of weirded me out.
We cast an actor. His name's Matt Delapina, and he's lovely. We cast an actor that looks a little bit like Noah, like deep set eyes, but like kind of Italian features. So he looks like he could be like a cousin of Noah's, and he doesn't like seeing photos from our lives, but it's not his face, and it bothers him every time.
Oh, that's so funny. Meanwhile, my husband just walked into studio. Honey, would you like to say hi to Iliza and Noah?
I just want to say, stop talking about food. Talk about that special. It was freaking hilarious.
He just came in. He's listening to the show. He's like, stop talking about the food and start talking about the special.
Oh my God, it's so good. I mean, it's amazing. I'm just so glad that...
Did you hear me say how you were like, I'm not watching, I got work to do, and then you were staring up the whole time and laughing? He couldn't take his eyes off of
I haven't
it.
seen a reference like that. I mean, no offense to females. I've never seen a reference in sketch comedy from females on TV, and I just think it's really refreshing. And did you like Strangers with Candy?
You know what? Came out when I was really young. I did love Strangers with Candy. I was a huge Kids in the Hall fan.
Yes.
Comedy had this very weird, ugly moment that I live for, and I wanted to make a show. I'm a feminist, and I want women to feel heard and seen, but sometimes being gross and ugly and not making a point about women and just doing something that's funny and weird is the best statement you can make.
Honey, get on the headphones.
No, it's okay. I'll let you guys have your show. No, it was just amazing. Like it was so funny, and I
haven't seen anything like it.
I'm just so sick of stand-up specials. Like that's why I was like, oh, another stand-up. But to be in this space of sketch comedy, we so need it. But I've never seen anything like it, and I'm just so happy for you. And it's really good for fans, and I just love it. It was all over the board, which was amazing. I mean, how great was the
and I loved
with women.
I loved how you would
I'm geeking out.
You would like click and it's like, okay, let's go here. Oh, let's go back there. It was such a cool, like nifty little thing. But the women's group, oh my God, we were pissing ourselves over the women's group. Guys, you have to see her sketch comedy show. It's so good. It was like going to church. I was like, oh, she's talking to us.
Thank you. I'm so glad. You guys loved it. The sketch is called AA for Self-Esteem. And I wrote a book called Girl Logic about 2 years ago. And I touched on this idea that, we're so beaten over the head as women with these ideas like be empowered, be amazing, be fierce, like be all these things. But when you actually are attractive or smart or you do anything, women hate you even more and men get even angrier. So it's this idea of like, you're attractive, you get it, and you're successful. And so it's kind of this like catch-22 and to kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. So we wrote this sketch about how society tells you to be all these amazing things, and then when you are, it's like, ooh, could you tone that down? You're upsetting people.
Yes.
And you have to talk, because nobody ever talks about that. It's always about the journey, and then when you are that, it's like, oh, we don't like that.
Yeah.
So I believe sketch is supposed to be satirical and sort of hold up a mirror to what's going, and then we have sketches like Cashew Albacore, who is disgusting and
Dead.
That dude, which is my personal favorite. I don't know if you got that far.
Oh no, I loved it. And I saw he was in the credits of the show, Cashew Albacore, right?
Oh, he may be. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw his name. I thought it was in the credits and I was like, oh, produced by Cashew Albacore or something like that.
That's very funny.
Oh, maybe it was within the sketch or something in the beginning and I didn't know.
You're talking about in the title, in the credits for the Dog Songs movie trailer.
Yeah. So I was buying it at that point, whatever those names were, and then I saw him as the plane, on the plane, whatever.
You retained all those names and read that so fast.
Yeah. Anyhow, I think
you guys get Iliza, guys, good job. We look forward to meeting at some point.
No, we are definitely
You guys will get an award show after party, I'm sure.
We're gonna have a date night because for so many reasons. And Kev, by the way, when the world, and I pray that the world does get back on Access and we are all good someday, can you imagine infusing that comedy into the documentary?
Oh my God, I know, right?
I thought about that. I've been working on a doc that has an interesting theme that would be funny with. But the workout, the fat rip dudes, I lost my shit.
Thank you. Can I tell you something about that sketch? And so like people were like, oh, where do your sketches from? I mean, just like stand up, it can come from a thought, an emotion, a notion, a word. And we were at home and I don't know what we were watching, but there was some like, I don't know, like middle-aged guy who like, just kind of a big dude on TV. And he was like clearly in shape at one point. Now just kind of like big and puffy. And I was like, I don't know. I said to my husband, I was like, I am into it. And my husband goes, you love a ripped fat dude. And I was like, I do. Like, that's so my type, weirdly. Even though I've never dated. He's not a ripped fat dude.
I'm neither ripped nor fat.
And then I was like, I'm taking ripped fat dude. It's so funny. I held on to it for months. And then we wrote Rip Fat Dude, and I had fun being the instructor. And it's poking a little bit of fun at guys. I think some guys don't like it, but it's like, okay, welcome to being a woman.
It was so freaking good. Guys, if you have not seen it, it's on Netflix. It's so freaking good. It's called the Iliza Shlesinger Sketch Show. And with that, because we are running out of time and I want to keep you guys on track because I know you've got your stuff, I'm about to join Zoom on my phone. I'm going to take all of you through the yard into my kitchen and we are going to do our cooking demo. Here we go.
Cook time.
It's cooking time, people. Okay, so that's the studio, by the way.
You got a nice setup going.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
My husband made it for me. And then if you guys ever have a problem with citrus, we have a citrus orchard here.
Oh, man, definitely.
So some pretty nuclear lemons.
Oh, my God.
And then I've got tangerines, mandarins, lemons, pomelos, tangelos, limes,
We have
blood oranges.
We have one sad lemon tree and they're all green.
No, one of them I think turned.
One of them turned yellow.
It's a young tree.
Okay, welcome to my casa.
Wow.
Hi, Dad. Did you put that boiling hot water on for me? I asked my dad to put boiling hot water on. Say hi to Max. Hi, Guy. Hi, Guy. Do you want to say hi to Iliza and Noah?
Wait, we'll get our dog. Hold on.
This is my best friend. Okay. Say hi to William. My mom over there. My dad. Kevin. Say hi. Okay. Oh my God! Wait, he looks like Beethoven. We have a little guy like that. He's like a Tibetan Spaniel, right?
Partially, yeah.
Hold on, let me show you Beethoven.
Yeah, you probably have like a purebred, beautiful dog.
This is my mom. Say hi.
Dog.
Hi. This is their dog Beethoven.
Oh my goodness, so loyal.
They look like twins.
Look at that little.
Hold on, Mom. I'm just gonna do this show. 1 sec. I'm doing live. Kev, can you get me my stand from outside? I forgot it. Get me my stand.
What do you want?
Okay, so
You want this one in there too?
This is good. I'm putting hot water on, assuming we are going to make something in hot water.
Do it.
Okay. And now I'm going to take you to the pantry.
This is the part where I sip coffee and check my phone, but I'm here.
Okay, first of all, I did not try to clean this shit. I wanted to and make it nice and organized so I could look like one of those people that had a real organized cupboard, but I've not gotten to this project yet.
First
It's embarrassing.
What are we cooking for today?
Do you have any do you have any naked whey?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, shit.
So much.
Fell right for it. Okay, so this is kind of where we have cereals. We've got peanuts and peanut butter and all of our protein stuff. You can put that right on the kitchen counter, honey. We've got walnuts and sunflower seeds galore.
Nice.
Over here, we keep our sauces and olives and pepperoncinis, honey. Over here, we've got like our olive oils. We've got refried beans, black beans, corn, crab meat. I know I've got tuna in here somewhere. Basil pesto. And then in here, I've got extra spices. I've got crackers, lemon pepper white rice. I don't know what the hell that is. Flour, some Eaten Doritos, pancakes. Betty Crocker, not as good as the other stuff.
Okay. Well,
this is what we're working with.
you have any greens in the fridge that you're trying to get worked into something?
Hold on, here we go. My fridge usually only has dog food. That's all dog food right there.
Wow.
Let's see. I've got lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Swiss chard in the garden. I have a garden, by the way. I should have gone up there. But we're really trying to deal with the pantry because people.
Yeah. So let's I don't know. Let's see. Let's do something with let's do a frozen vegetable.
Ooh,
and
shrimp. I love
and
shrimp.
In fact, we can do a little preview of what we're gonna make tomorrow night on the show.
Okay.
Basically, it's like a little beans and greens thing. It's one of my like go-to like solo lunches or solo dinners I'll make while Eliza's out of town. It's like my kind of pantry go-to.
Okay.
Super duper easy, and it's just a great way to like fit stuff in there. So pick out a frozen green you want to use today. Whether it's, spinach or broccoli or whatever you got going in there.
I got French style green beans.
What makes them French? They're rude.
I think it's the way that
I've got edamame. I got, hold on. This is spinach, I think. Here. Where is that stand? Will you give me that stand, Bubba?
Let's do the spinach.
Okay.
We'll do a little bean.
My husband made these little stands with
nice.
like the car magnet.
Oh my God. Love
There.
that. Okay. We have our ring light sitting on a pile of onions.
Wouldn't be Greek if I didn't have spanakopita.
Excellent. My family goes to
We got chopped spinach.
gold. Perfect. Let's do that. And then let's take some of those canned beans out of the pantry. And then
Hold on one sec.
if you got like garlic or onion or anything like that, that's nice to throw in. We can always
Okay, so chopped spinach and what else?
let's get some beans out of the pantry. I think you had some black beans in there.
Okay, black beans coming right up.
And then I'm guessing you have olive oil.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have like dried oregano or something in there too.
Done. I got my grandmother's. Still have some of my grandmother's oregano from Greece.
My parents go to Greece every summer and they bring me back dried oregano. They go to the island of Folegandros every summer.
Aww. Dad, actually, we have so much oregano outside. We should dry it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I've got oregano. I've got
you
frozen
got like a garlic clove
olive oil.
hiding somewhere.
What?
You have like a garlic clove hiding somewhere.
I do. I got some canned garlic because I couldn't find any fresh when we went to when Kevin foraged. But I got some garlic. And look, I've got a helper. My dad's already opening the black beans. Thank you, Dad.
And then if you have if you want to throw a little heat in there, like some chili flakes or something, that's always a nice little bonus.
Ooh, I love chili flakes. Yes. Okay, so.
And then if you have an egg, it's nice to fry an egg and throw it on top at the end too.
A fried egg?
The little beans and greens with a fried egg on top is a nice little.
Dying. I'm so excited. This is about time for lunch for me, so this is going to be perfect.
Funny
Okay. We got the eggs.
This is gluten-free.
It's not.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Well, it's vegan other than the egg. Vegetarian.
Okay, so I got the eggs.
We don't even need the boiling water. So let's we'll set you up on the stove and I guess you'll need 2 pans one to fry an egg, and one to saute your greens.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my little pot thingies. Guys, these are so stained and so embarrassing. Okay.
We got that covered at our house.
So this
is so 2 pans. One for the egg.
So a non-stick would be great for the egg. Perfect.
Okay.
And something else that'll, like, it can be a saute pan or a pot, it can kind of be whatever, a Dutch oven. This is just to cook some greens and beans up, and this is it.
This is it, baby.
As you know, I'm sure, like the Mediterranean side of my family, cooking starts with sauteing garlic in olive oil and some chili.
Okay. I gotta use this guy because my other pan I used for fried dough last night.
Perfect. So let's take that bigger pot and put it over a nice medium heat.
Hold on 1 second. What is it?
Medium heat on the bigger pan, and we'll get that stuff going first.
Do you guys ever have trouble getting your stoves to turn on?
Yes.
They're so annoying.
It's a constant battle.
Okay, put the olive oil in.
Yeah, just enough to kind of like coat the bottom in a nice little thin layer. And then let's open up that garlic and we'll take a look at
it. Okay.
Do whatever you want. If you want to smash it up, chop it, throw it in whole, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Are they kind of pickly? Are they? What's the texture like? Are they raw? Are they cooked?
They're raw.
Oh, cool.
I'm just gonna wash my hands so that I'm clean.
Perfect. How are you doing with like the dry knuckles thing? I feel like when you're washing your hands constantly, my hands are just like constantly cracking.
Oh yeah, I have hand lotion right on the counter, so every time I'm doing it, I'm lotioning.
I always mistake the lotion for the soap, and then I'm like, oh, I should wet lotion.
All right.
Yeah, let's do
that. 1 clove?
Yeah, 1 clove. You can go crazy and have 2 if you want to, but 1's probably plenty. And then
pop it in?
Yeah, you can either pop it in, or if you want to smash it up first, kind of whatever you feel like doing. You can be very loose with this. Sometimes I'll just do like the smasher with the side of a knife and then throw it in. We can be pretty rustic on this one.
Okay, I'm just gonna lightly chop it up.
Perfect. That's some real like grandma style hand slicing over the stove. I love it.
Yep, it's how my mom does it, or did it.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then you're going to kind of just let that saute until it starts to get like a little bit of browning around the edges. You're going to keep cooking it with the frozen. So basically,
I'm just going to do what I
drain
do.
The beans.
Cooking. I'm going to make coffee.
Do the beans have any like weird additives, or is it just beans and water and salt? Take a look at the ingredients.
Simple organic black beans.
I think
the ingredients say water, organic black beans, and sea salt.
Some people get weird about the liquid. I actually like the bean water. It gives it like a little starchy element, and it kind of helps combine everything together into more of like a stewy consistently. So we're gonna set those aside for now. We're gonna do the greens first. So how's the garlic looking? Is it getting a little bit of color going?
It's starting to. Stuff's starting to happen.
Great. When it starts to get a little bit of color on the edges, you can throw in your chili flakes and your oregano.
Put in the chili mix?
Yeah, chili flakes and oregano. It's going to kind of start to infuse with the oil and with the spices and get you a nice little bit of flavor in there.
Okay.
You know, however much you want to have for heat in there.
We like chili flakes in this house.
And I'm a big believer in kind of seasoning each step, so you can throw some salt in there now too.
What about the oregano?
Yeah, put the oregano in too. It's gonna go with the oil.
You know what? I never did it like this. I usually add it onto the food when I'm cooking the food. I like seasoning it in the oil. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and it kind of, that way it like combines with the whole dish really nicely.
Damn, this is looking good already. I gotta show you guys. Hold on. Salt in here.
Rule of cooking in the world that I've learned is that anytime you start sauteing garlic, someone has to come in from somewhere and say, something smells good in here.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Something here.
Look at that. We're already off to a great start.
Stuff's happening, guys. A meal is being prepared.
Let's just throw some of that spinach in there.
Okay. Here we go. Chopped spinach going in. It's a really large bag.
that okay?
I'd say enough to kind of, maybe like a third of the bag, something like that. We're kind of making a portion.
Enough for what?
This is like enough for 1 or 2 people. So I would say,
So we'll do half the bag.
that's probably good. Yeah, that'll be great. This is all about loose, kind of recipe-free cooking. And then you can turn the heat up now a little bit because that spinach is frozen. So it's going to take a minute to kind of get going. You can crank the heat up in there and just kind of start letting it kind of break up and defrost in there as you go.
Okay.
And
I would be tempted to add water to get it to like loosen up, but
we'll see. I don't know if sometimes you can like run it under the sink to defrost it, but we're trying to make this kind of simple home cooking. That's a big block of frozen spinach. Those are, that's a large block.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep smashing it down.
Kind of start frying it nice and hot. And that'll speed the process up. Also cover the pot for a couple minutes, and that'll kind of get a little more steam.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Now we're cooking.
Just a little aggression to get out here, and it all works out.
It's all working out. This is all about getting people to cook at home, not stress about it. A lot of people don't cook that much at home, so they get very intimidated by it. I think a lot of the kind of the modern food landscape really like kind of deifies chefs and makes it seem like it's not for regular people. And I want to go the opposite way and demystify and tell people to cook with what you got. As long as you're willing.
Whistleblower.
Yeah, as long as you're willing to eat it at the end, you pulled it off, and the more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
And then, so let that kind of keep going until it gets soft enough and starts to get kind of close to where you want it to be. And then,
we're getting there.
You can even
beat that spinach down.
Yeah, you can even throw a little salt on there too.
Okay.
I'm a big believer in seasoning every step of the way.
Okay.
Movement part while we're just waiting for stuff to cook.
You guys have a big day ahead of you?
I have a Zoom conference with all of these like medical leaders later, just getting people together, pooling resources, like who can do what. It's really humbling when you fill out a form and it's like, what can you get that no one else can get? And I'm like, I'm doing a cooking show with Maria Menounos later. Like when you realize how limited your resources are as a celebrity, I'm like, I know 2 other famous people. And then you realize as a celebrity how unqualified you are to do most things that people need. Like I'm not a healthcare worker. I'm not a doctor. I can't cook. So hopefully that's the rest of my day is being on a Zoom call about what resources I have to help.
How's that spinach doing?
I'm a small Chinese dog.
Starting to bubble a little bit and get a little cooked and less frozen?
Yeah. Definitely getting mushier.
That's good.
Maria, so what projects do you have coming up? Like you're doing this, and what else is going on in your life?
This is kind of it right now. I have some other stuff that's on hold. I had a health show that I was about to go out and pitch, where we were going to go and kind of help families in crisis, because my mom has stage 4 brain cancer and is going on it'll be 4 years in August.
Wow.
Where the median survival is less than 12 months.
Wow.
And so
what is she doing to survive, like to have it for 4 years, like is she eating something different?
So it's called having to produce your own health, and it's called like covering every angle. Right. So not just doing the few protocols that the hospital gives you. We've supplemented her body. We've taken her to Mexico. It's a full throttle like approach to East meets West, and really listening to your gut, and it's a whole thing. And so it's really what people don't realize. When you're already compromised health-wise, you've got a disease that's ravaging your body, and now you're going to throw all these toxic, difficult chemicals into your body, already weak. You need to supplement your body and get it strong so it can handle that. And so we have really created kind of a strong approach that I think will help a lot of people. And so we were about to go do that and pitch it. And then I was like, we have a new health crisis to deal with.
Yeah.
One nobody knows much about. And so that is on hold for now, but
that approach is one that people could utilize. Like, even if you are sick with this, which does attack your immune system, what else can you be doing as ancillary help, supplemental things? You know, people probably do more now than ever.
I know. I think the same thing kind of is the same methods apply. Is like you have to keep your immune system strong and have to supplement. Like right now in the house, we're all on D3, vitamin zinc, vitamin C. Just before we all went on lockdown, I took my mom to cryo healthcare over on La Cienega, and we did Myers cocktails. She does high dose vitamin C drips so that she's as strong. I think she's the strongest one in our house, to be honest. She's the one even though I worry the most about her in a weird way, I worry about her the least.
And now for a horrible transition.
Yeah.
You can add the beans.
And for our transition now.
So yeah, let's put those beans in there.
Take the beans in?
Yeah, just pour the whole can right in there.
All right, here we go. Beans.
Beans.
I'm gonna move you over here. Look at this. I'm a camera worker. And
What restaurants do you guys like to go to when we're not in a bio war?
we kind of just stay local here in the Valley. Do a lot of sushi.
You ever go to Sushi Note?
Where?
Sushi Note.
No. What's that?
We used to eat so much sushi, and this is not shaming you. We stopped for bio reasons, but also our dog died while we were in Japan. So it kind of put this weird framing around whatever. Mental association. But when we did eat sushi, there's Asanebo, which I'm sure you go to. Well, that's probably the best sushi restaurant in LA is Asanebo on Ventura.
There's a lot of good sushi.
I know, but it's...
Wait, is that the new place that only has like 8 tables or something?
No, that's been around for a
Asanebo's.
while.
And then there's Sushi Note, which combines the wine pairings with the sushi. And it's just so lovely. So Sushi Note is our hack for you.
Can that be our first double date when the world comes back?
Absolutely. We would love
Okay.
So little fun, little cross-cultural tip that I like to throw into this sometimes. A little splash of like soy sauce or tamari is a nice little umami note underneath.
Let me get that. Check this out. Soy sauce.
I'm gonna eat in the valley.
I used it when I made yellowfin tuna yesterday for the first time.
Awesome.
And this was so good. Okay, so a drop of this.
A little splash of that in there, and then and then just you'll kind of taste it a little bit, and that get that other pan going to like medium heat.
Okay. And do I use a little olive oil or Pam?
I would use olive oil. We'll keep it Mediterranean.
Okay.
Great if you want to go that route, but I'm a big olive oil user. And then at this point, you can start kind of tasting the greens and beans and start, adjusting to your taste. Sometimes if, it's a little dark, you want to brighten it up, you can do a little splash of lemon or something. Or sometimes it's great.
Trying to get my stove to turn on. Oh,
right.
shit, the one that I wanted now turned on. Okay, there we go. So I got this. Let me throw some olive oil.
And then why don't you taste the greens and beans now, see kind of where it is. A big part of this whole thing is taste as you go and adjust to your own taste. And
I would never have put beans in this. This is such a cool idea. Okay.
It's a good way to get some extra protein too. And it's beans are very sustainable protein. People love to make jokes about how they make you fart. But fun fact,
really fun fact.
The more beans you eat, the better your body is at digesting them. So
no way. This is so good.
Perfect. So then let's get that egg out, and we'll just crack them into the pan when the pan's nice and hot. And we'll just cook the egg until, the way I would do it typically is like till the whites are set and the yolk is runny. You can get that nice little yolky egg porn thing.
Okay.
But if you like it more hard cooked, then do you.
Do I leave this cooking, the spinach?
Just leave it on low, and then when it's ready to go, you'll just put that into a bowl, and then slide your egg right on top. And
okay, stand by. Let me get a bowl. Put this in. Oh, that might be too big of a bowl. Here, I'll put it in this guy. No, I need like a bigger bowl, Dad.
Or
I'll
even
put
like
it in.
bowl, you make it like an individual portion with it. And if you have enough, then you can, each bowl individually, and kind of go the way. You can do like family style and put some more eggs on it, or you can do individual portion, however you want to do it.
That's your
Okay, so I'm gonna pop 2 eggs on this because the portion seems large enough so everybody will enjoy it here.
A lot of spinach.
I got mom and dad to feed.
Fry
I
up
got me to feed. So I'm gonna put 2 eggs. Oh shit, I got a little balls.
It's good for your coat. It's okay. You can eat the shell.
Yeah, don't they say
Hold
don't?
on. I'll get that out. I'm an experienced egg screwer-upper. Okay. Goodbye. Here comes. Oh boy, this is. Don't splatter me.
Keep it going. Okay. No,
Okay.
no one's gonna make
Now,
And,
you said you want it so it's runny egg, but white.
yeah, the white
White has to cook.
with the yolks runny is the ideal.
Okay.
And then yeah, a little salt and pepper on top never hurt anybody.
Okay.
And then once I move on, putting a little hot sauce on top is always a fun bonus. It's a little eye of the beholder. That's it. Just
nice
kinda,
pan.
yeah, cooking those up, and we're almost ready
Do
here.
we have eggs?
We
No,
do.
I'm starving.
This will be our dinner tomorrow night. Actually, we're doing.
What am I gonna eat now for lunch?
I'm gonna make you
Leftover John and Vinny.
a salad with from our farmers market box. We had beets with beet greens attached. So
I don't know what I would do without him.
roasted the beets. I'm gonna have a little salad. Beet greens, roasted beets, and the rosemary tamari almonds we made on the show yesterday.
Oh, that's a good
With a little bit of
recipe.
cheese and a little nice.
You are so lucky to be quarantined and married to him.
I'm so lucky. But think about how much weight I would have lost, like if I didn't have him. So much.
It sounds like he's cooking pretty healthy. We had fried dough last night and we doused it in butter, powdered sugar, and cinnamon. And it
Saw
was
that on your Instagram.
double decker too. I went for both.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
delicious. I mean, I opened a barbecue restaurant and worked in a barbecue restaurant for a long time. So mine kind of, when I cook at home, I tend to cook pretty.
We also just bought a smoker, so he's gonna be smoking everything on our balcony.
Yeah, we just announced myself and one of my mentors and good friends, Kevin Bloodsoe of Bloodsoe's Barbecue here in LA. We just got a book deal to write a crazy cookbook together that we've been excited about doing for a while. So
Wow.
doing some barbecue recipe testing at home. So get ready for me to be smoking briskets pretty soon.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do this, but I cheat to cook the egg and I like wiggle the white open so that the juice will go in and cook.
That's a great
very
one.
funny.
And if you want to be crazy and try to flip it over and cook the top and do that, but that's a dangerous game because then you end up breaking the yolks a lot of the time. I
So
sometimes
let's see.
try to keep going.
Let's see if you can do it. I feel like it's too big. You gotta cut it in half. Oh boy. The stakes have never been higher.
See. Just like a little gentle.
There you go. And then a little kiss on that side. And then
Yeah.
we're pretty much going to be ready to go in a second. Those white-
Gentle, gentle. Ah,
You're doing great.
yes.
So now you can plate up those beans and greens. Put the beans and greens in your platter. And then just
Okay.
lay the eggs on top. And we're ready to go.
Lay the eggs. What do you think? I'm a chicken? That was my desperate attempt to be funny.
Well, the world needs everything it can get right now.
Seriously. Okay. Let me shut this off. Meanwhile.
Yes, we made a little meal here with, the only fresh ingredients, which last for a long time.
And our attitudes were fresh.
Our attitudes were
And
fresh.
our outlooks were fresh. And our
So my mom used to be the chef in the house, and we wrote that book, The Ever Girl's Guide to Cooking, together.
Uh-huh.
And she is the master at like healthy, quick, few ingredient dishes. And so when my mom got sick, my dad, who had never cooked, became a master chef
Oh, wow.
and taught himself instantly. And he makes these amazing organic soups and everything. And so it's funny because like I can see him lately. He's like, I can't think of anything else to make. I'm, bored. So I've been stepping in and helping. And I'm sure he's going to be very, very happy as his blood sugar is very low right now. He's going to be so happy to not have to cook something today.
Well, vitamins and protein and fiber is what we're getting in today. So a nice little, and then, I would say just lay those eggs ready to go.
Okay.
Well, I've had 5 cups of coffee. I'm ready to go. Oh yeah, we gotta see it.
Guys, hold up. I'm going to have a big reveal.
What do they call it? The bite ball?
Yeah, a nod. Mm.
And the reveal of Noah's creation.
It's beautiful.
Da-da-da-da.
It's very healthy.
It's a vegetarian Thanksgiving.
What'd you say, Mom? My mom wants to see it. Yes. Yes, you can see it.
The ultimate judge.
So Noah cooked up, taught me how to cook frozen spinach with black beans and eggs. Look at this.
Our
Oh, wow. Good, right?
Oh, wow. That's all she said. Oh, wow.
new
She's
show.
like, get me in. She's on a steroid. It makes her so hungry.
Wow.
So this is our magnificent masterpiece. You guys, what a pleasure. This is my first cooking demo ever.
That's so great.
We have
And
to bite and do the like smile. You have to take a bite and show.
should I do that?
And you have
But
to
then
do
like, okay, hold on. I'm going to put it in a plate. One second.
bite. Is that a Belgian Malinois or a Shepherd?
It's a German Shepherd. He's a giant German Shepherd. He's almost 130 pounds.
Beautiful.
He's pretty massive. The love of my life,
Yeah.
my everything, the reason I breathe.
Yeah.
I tell him every day.
Your husband loves hearing that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here's my portion for now. Okay, we got the egg. I gotta make sure I get enough egg with the beans and all of this together.
The good news is, even if it's bad, it's healthy, so it's fine.
Yeah. Tasty.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, really? Never would I have thought of putting an egg on this thing. Never would I have thought to put beans and spinach. This is like a delicious meal. It took 2 seconds.
That's it.
That's our life. Yay!
Oh. Stop it.
When
So
we go to dinner, she will be in a bag under the table. We take her everywhere.
Oh, she'll be home now. She likes food.
Okay. You're supposed to yes.
I love it.
All
Okay,
right.
so guys, let everyone know where you can be found on social media because I have no paperwork with me now.
Okay. You can watch Don't Panic Pantry every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do the math. On my Instagram Live, if Instagram's bandwidth holds up, that's Iliza S. I-L-I-Z-A-S.
The recipes are on my Instagram at Galuten, G-A-L-U-T-E-N.
And everybody, please go watch the Iliza Shlesinger sketch show on Netflix. It premiered yesterday. And to quote our president, the numbers are huge. Huge. Biggest ever. But that's it.
Guys.
Watch all my specials there. But if you want me, you'll find me. And that's-
I'm going to start watching at 5. I'm going to cook with you guys.
Please do.
Thank you for such a fun time. This was awesome.
Having us was such a fun time.
This was everything I thought it was going to be and more. And what you guys are doing is great. You're making really good use of time and sharing your gifts with people. And I think that's incredible. And your gift of humor, your gift of chefery. That's not a word, but I'm going to create it.
Used it in a special. Chefery is a word.
Is it?
I mean, I've said it, so I think it's a word.
I look forward to seeing you guys on a personal level.
Yes.
If I can ever be of help to you guys, let me know.
Thank you.
And I'll have Jeff give you my info. Thank you so much. This was so fun. And for everybody who's watching, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. In the meantime, be nice people, make good choices, and be present.
Thanks, Maria. Bye, you guys.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.